Good morning, YouTube. It's a nice wet one for me today. I'm over here on another house I told you about in the last video. Just pretty much just got here, so I'll show you what has been done but has not been filmed. So I'll show you what's going on. Okay. I'll have to look and see if I got any pictures of what this house looked like before. This was supposed to have been one of the first houses I was supposed to do when I first got hired on, but due to circumstances and everything else, I'm finally getting on it now. When we first got here, the porch sloped real hard over here, like this corner dropped off, and it actually took the roof and brought the roof down as well. The house had white paint on it that was just flaking off real bad, and the porch had a bunch of bad boards in it. So you can see, like, that board's been replaced, these two's been replaced under this pole, this pillar has been replaced, that one has been replaced, and then all them boards were replaced. And I have a new board to put in there. I just didn't get it done yet, because when I did all these ones, that one was still intact until they threw something through it, a brick. So I've got a board to replace it, so it's not the end of the world. I had come back and painted the entire house white and blue. It's actually more like a grayish blue. We come in here and roof the entire front porch. So basically all new rafters here, and then redid a lot of them over here, and then all new decking. And I still got some touch-up paint. I'm aware of it. I just sprayed it because touch-up's always faster and easier than it was getting wintertime, so we had to get it done. But what took the longest was we couldn't find anybody who can do a roof. Nobody wanted to do the roof on this house. So now, as you can see, it's got a brand new roof on it now. And the porch has got a new roof on it. And the front porch was the worst of it. And then all here on the soffit, got a new fascia board all the ways around the house, because the original one was rotted off. Whoever put the roof on this house one upon a time, they didn't put no drip edge on it, so it rotted the edge of the wood all the ways around the house off. So all that lower decking had to be ripped off. This had shaker shingles, but somebody actually ripped all them off and shingled it when decked it, which was nice. So, but they didn't put no drip edge on, so it rotted everything out. So the back porch has got a brand new bunch of new rafters in it. It's all been redecked and it's all good to go, kosher. I can get up there and walk and jump up and down without falling. All this is new. And you can see I come through and I did a lot of the repairs. Like the bottom board here was rotted out, huge holes. I put that board in there, caulked and sealed it. This corner was blowed apart, brought it all back together, caulked and sealed it. All a bunch of different things, imperfections in the wood we try to straighten up and fix as best we can. I didn't do that, somebody else did that, but working on it. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it or not. I left this uncovered because that's where the back door is gonna go, and I'm gonna pull this back window out and redo all the work around the whole frame, because it's just crappy. So that's all got to be redone. This whole back room needs to be addressed, and as for this right here, I'm just gonna block this off and get rid of this window altogether. I know you see overspray on all the windows, which is fine, because a lot of these windows I need to come back in and I need to knock all of the window glaze out. As you can see, it's in bad shape. So I got to reglaze and reseal all these windows, and then I can scrape and clean them. But like this, the window's broke, so this window's got to be replaced. Come over here to this side, this window needs replaced. And see, they got patches that I didn't do that either, but I wish that would have turned out a little better, but it is what it is. Don't have matching siding. But there's got like seven or eight windows in this house that are broke, that need replaced. Like this one here's broke. This one's fine, he's scraped. There's 2 on this side, so I'd have to walk through. I can't remember exactly how many windows are broken in this house. So that's pretty much the tour from the outside. And then you come inside the house. Yeah, I put this brand new front door in too. Because the door that was on it was pretty much falling in. So it was pretty bad. So this is what we're working on the inside. The roof leaks so bad you can stand in the kitchen while it was downpour. And it would rain in the living room. It would rain in this bedroom. And this is brand new drywall that the Amish had put in. And yeah, it's not in good shape. They didn't do a good job. Which is sad because they usually do good work. And then it would rain in this room. And then it would rain in the back room. So every room but the kitchen and the bathroom is where it would rain. But we're going to come in here and strip all this wallpaper. Fix all these cracks in this walls. Mud and tape this entire ceiling. Replace that light fixture. And the wiring to it. Because, I don't know why you can see that. But that's their ideal of running the wires to, I'm assuming, the light switch. And then you can tell there's only one wire sticking out of that box. So you tell me how that's going to work. So we're going to strip all the wallpaper, mud and tape, fix all the cracks, paint. This makeshift nonsense is going to come out. I'm going to get a door. I'm going to frame this off because this is going to be a walk-in bedroom. This door, I think we'll just close it and leave alone. And then this room just needs new ceiling tiles, some electrical work, and flooring. This room don't need a lot. It needs electrical done in it. I'm getting too dark. This one needs a flooring in it. I'm going to figure out if we're going to do carpet or not. I got to trim around the front door. There's no power or water or anything on in this house. The living room, like I said, the paneling. We got a stack of ceiling tiles here. I got them to get some more. Redo all the ceiling tiles in here. As like I said, this is just a rental house. This thing's going to go away. We'll do all the electrical in here. Got to do a floor in here. Got to do a floor in the kitchen. Got to do a floor in the bathroom. I did pull the water heater out. I did pull the tub and I did pull the toilet, but there's no sink. The toilet and everything was falling through the floor. So another repair the Amish did. This floor joist needs work. This one needs redone. I don't like how they scabbed it because they just sandwiched the pipe in between it. So this is actually really bad done. And there should be something here under this wall, but there's not. And then this nonsense here. And then there you got the light fixture poked through. But no way to make it work. And of course we have to patch that hole in because it did have a gas water heater, which we're going with electric. So this room right here is probably going to be the hardest one to do. I might have to come in and re-drywall this entire room because down here along the bottom it's in rough shape. It's got a lot of imperfections. So this might, as much as I don't want to, but this room right here may have to be completely re-drywalled because it's just in terrible shape. The rest of this is just paneling, and I think we're just going to paint the kitchen and paint the ceiling. And the floor, this is the kitchen sink. And I assume in the bathroom sink as well. That's your only cabinet except for what's over here, which is in a very bad spot. So I'm assuming the refrigerator went right here past all this plumbing for the washing machine, and the stove went over here, and then of course you can tell there's no upper cabinets anywhere. So this is a really tiny kitchen. So these floor joists, I'm gonna have to come underneath and actually raise all this up because it's actually sloping off. Just these ones here need to come up about, I think, an inch, because they slope off, especially right there in the back corner is the worst. So we're going to bring all that up, fix all these floor joists. I'm going to redo the flooring underneath here, and right here where I'm walking's got a bad spot here, so all that's got to be pulled out and redone. That's that other bedroom that we started to walk through, but it's real dark. And the Amish did this patch in here, and it has to be redone. And then this is the lovely, lovely laundry room, back room, kind of, yeah. We've come in here and we've had to repair a lot of the rafters, and we redecked it so you can actually get up there and jump up and down there because the roof was in real bad shape. This room's a full gut. The floor is soft in places, but it's solid enough that I'm going to re-overlay it. I've already got the material for it. I already got the new back door, but I got to cut this all out and make it big enough to fit the door. And unfortunately, this is like, I guess it was an old porch, so I can't really explain how they attached everything, but they took 2x4s and they brought them out to build out the wall 3.5 inches sideways, and then they kind of just sistered some crappy studs in there. As you can see, they don't even touch nothing. So all this is going to get ripped out, and I have yet to figure out how I'm going to do that because I don't know how structural it is yet. So all this is going to get reframed, insulated, wired, because this is a washing machine and the dryer was right there because of the hole. And then all this is getting ripped out, and all this is going to get drywalled, insulated, and this is going to get new flooring in here as well, kind of like a mud room. I got to figure out how to access underneath this floor. And the lovely thing about it is this wire right here was tied to a 30 amp breaker. There's nothing hooked into this box. Now it's got a brand new meter and new box. This is the only thing hooked up right here. And I just did this so they can turn power on in this house. And that's the only thing that's going to have power. So I can run lights and tools so I can work on this house. But this right here takes the cake. That runs into the house and runs all of the electrical, all of it, all the lights in every room, all the plugins, everything. And of course there's not very many plugins in here, and there's just lights, so I guess it was a 30 amp breaker. I can see it, but no, it's not safe. And on top of that, it's got I can take you up in the attic, and then the original, well, actually the bathroom, give you the indication. These little 2 wires coming down is about how the living room is wired. That room's wired. That room's wired. Just wires. Just like that. That's just how everything is. So we're going to have to rewire this house. Plumbing is cast. And I actually thought that it was messed up outside by the clean out, but it's 3-inch. So I don't know if it's tied into the cast out or what, but I'm going to have to figure that out. And then I'm going to have to redo the drains. I'm going to have to redo all the water lines. So I might redo the orientation of this house to make it a lot more user-friendly, is I guess what I'm going to try to say. And over here, I'm still trying to debate on what to do here, because yeah, they got these cabinets here and they're not very deep and they're not very good. And then you got this little thing over here that's, again, not very great, but I don't know. I want to tear it out and do something here, like maybe a pantry, and build some shelves in here. So basically from right here, tear all this out, sheet this off, get rid of this thing, put a couple shelves in there, maybe a wire rack so they can put something better than this garbage. This is in terrible shape. I haven't figured that out. We'll burn that as we go. I did acquire some stuff for the house. The bathroom vanity right there. I got a top for it somewhere. Or I might have to go get another top for it. I think I don't have a top. I got a countertop right here. This stuff is used, but it's going to be straightened up, cleaned up, and make it look a lot nicer. So this is kind of a quick budget house. So this is an upper cabinet that I snagged out of another house that we're going to modify and clean up and put in there. And then there's the other deck board. And I got these boards here for the outside, for the back. You don't have to have closets in here, so they can always do mobile closets. Move, I don't know what you want to call those things. But as of right now, I got to get in here and clean up all this mess. I got to gather up all the shingles that's left in here in the back room. These roll roofing, that felt paper, the drip edge. I'm going to get these air conditioners out of here because neither one of them are any good. Actually, I'm going to see if that one works or not, because that one works. I'll clean it up and put it back in the house. So the other one, someone stabbed something through the coils and destroyed it. This water heater's junk. It's no good. This has got to go. It's no good. And then I really got to figure out what I'm doing here. If I'm going to block these off, or... because the chimney's gone. We eliminated the chimney when we did the roof. So, and all the gas line has got to go because we're going with electric in this house. So right at this point, I'm just rattling on, just kind of giving you an idea of what's going on in this house. Quite a bit to do in this one. But I think we can handle it. Oh yeah. I'll show you. This is another wall because of the way the door jamb is and the way the paneling is. I might end up ripping the paneling off and drywalling just this wall. And I think that would be, panel it and paint it, and then leave the paneling on the rest. And I think that will be just fine. It'll give it, might paint it like a gray, like we've been painting all the other one, agreeable gray. I've actually got another paint for this house. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But this is stuff that I'm trying to put together in my head, how we're going to make this work. This is going to be a big one. But it's just one of those houses. We just got to dive in it head first and figure out where we're going. There's no set game plan, no rules, just on a budget and make it rent happy. And I think we can do it. It's going to take me a minute, but I think once we get the floors in, structural in, these ceiling tiles are going to go in. Mud and tape, drywall, and the back room is probably, the kitchen, bathroom, and the back room are probably the biggest hurdle in this entire house. If it wasn't for that, this house would be just like all the other ones, in and out, 6 days, 7 days max. But this one's going to be, this one, we're going to have to work on this one. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to get some cleaning, and I'll film it as we go. Okay, I'll show you what I've been doing today. Been making phone calls and talking to people. Been cleaning, so I'll show you where we're at. Okay, as you guys remember when you walked in to the living room, there were shingles and stuff all right here. So the living room is all now cleaned out. This is literally a trash pile. All of this is trash. That's junk. That I don't know about yet. That's trash. That's getting rid of. And then I come in here and move the shingles, took them over and put them in a storage. Ouch. Stacked up all the plywood over here. I went and got the plywood for the garage, or for the floor. So I have the plywood here for the back room. I moved the doors over here out of the way. I moved the cabinets over here over the way, and the ceiling tiles. And I kind of organized everything so it'll all... I gotta screw that board to the bottom of this trash can, because it's missing the wheels. I need to do something with it. Either way, beside the point. Come in here. I ripped the shelf off the wall in here. Picked up all the loose trash that was down in here. Got it all cleaned up. Cleaned up all the trash that was floating around back here. And waiting on the dumpster. So hopefully the dumpster will be here, and then I can start ripping the rest of this paneling off. And then I can figure out how many studs I'm gonna need to reframe this. And to get the house inspected for power to be turned on, is I disconnected all of the electrical around the box, sorry. And this is the only working plug-in right there. It's tied in. It's just floating there off the cord, but it is tight. I just need it for lights and charging and saws and whatnot. It's on a 30 amp breaker. It's already been passed, so the electric should be on. Hopefully, it would be nice if it was on a day, but I think it'll probably be on tomorrow. So that's where I'm at right now. Thinking about getting a broom and sweeping this all up and getting this ready to be sheeted with some plywood. That way it's all, I'm gonna go in and pull this quarter round off and clean up around the baseboards. I might wait on putting the floor in because I got to remove all this junk, and this is all going to be redone. So I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it as I go. I still got to take this floor out. I got to measure this out. I got to get underneath here and investigate. They got a 4x4 or 6x6 buried into the dirt for a support. That's got to go. This is all going to get ripped out and redone. So basically I got to pull this trim out along this window, and I'm going to tear out the floor up against the wall and cut it in correctly. I went ahead and made the decision. These cabinets are in bad shape. I'm going to tear them out and put in a pantry, a different pantry, some different shelves, make it a lot newer looking, a lot cleaner. Won't take that much extra effort. Something simple. And then this right here, even though it's nice, antique-ish, it's just not gonna work because I want to come off, if you can see it or not, I want to come off the corner of this window to this wall, and that'll make it a nice deep walk-in pantry for the store your vacuum, your cleaning supplies, maybe some shelf food stuff. Like I said, we're going to take this down, and pull the gas lines out. Made it where I can get into this room. This thing's in the way. I'm going to get that piece of glass picked up, slide that cabinet over by the window. So I have full access through this house. So that's what we're working on right now, or what I'm working on. So that's where I'm at. I don't know if I'm going to end this here and call it a day on filming. I'm going to still continue to do something. I don't have my power tools with me, unfortunately. I left my batteries at the house. But I'm going to do everything I can. I might go ahead and get the hammer out and start pulling the trim out in the kitchen. And pulling up what boards I can, get them out of the way. I'm going to do as much as I can before I call it a day, because I really want to get this project rolling. I know I'm going to make a material list, so that might be what I do. I might just change the gears, start measuring things out, make a list of 1/4 inch flooring, 3/4 flooring, I mean, and then how much square footage of the house is going to need click-lock flooring and carpet or whatever else we choose to use in this house. So that's what I'm going to do for right now, and if I change my mind, I'll come back. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'll pick up on the next one. This is going to run really long, and I don't want an hour-long video, so I'm going to end it. I'm going to come back, and we'll keep picking away. Thank you. Like, share, comment, and God bless you.